Hey everybody, welcome back to another Line Plays Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. I am ready to go here, and my microphone is not totally blown out. I guess I've restarted my computer for the first time in 10 years, blue baby. Could be better, could be worse. I restarted my computer for the first time in 10 years like a day ago, and it made my audio super loud. Apologies for that, I might have been whispering a little bit in the episodes, trying not to get it blown out. P9N33R1A. With the soul right off the bat. Not a, must-have as Blue Baby, but I gotta admit this gives us a nice little bit of early game momentum, and I have made the comparison in the past that, you know, as many characters in Isaac, maybe as every character in Isaac, there's a metaphor you can make. That an Isaac run is kind of akin to, you know, launching a rocket, either in the real world or in something like, you know, Kerbal Space Program. You gotta get a lot of momentum in the early game, because, you know, you're close to the Earth, you got that strong gravity, but once you get out in the upper atmosphere, it takes less and less to keep your momentum going. So getting a little bit of extra early game momentum here is worth quite a lot, I'd say. Not as much as if we'd gotten... Ooh, there is a library on this floor, too. Which could be amazing for us if we're able to pick up, like a Book of Revelations or a Satanic Bible, or even a Book of Belial if it gives us, like, a chance at getting deals with the devil he otherwise would not qualify for, but for now, we are in tough a little bit right here against these guys, but now we've got some range. Okay, Blue Baby again. We had a Blue Baby run at some point on this streak, maybe around like win 2 or win 1 even, and it was very easy, to be honest with you. And Blue Baby's a character that a run can be really tough. Oh my god. You're telling me I'll be able to dodge bullets? No. When you're ready, you won't have to. How's that Lawrence Fishburne? That's like a 2 out of 10, right? The thing is, you can't get by on a Lawrence Fishburne impression. It's gotta exclusively be a Morpheus impression, or it just, you know, doesn't get the job done. Bombs are key. Good to know. If we get a bomb, now we can get a key out of it. Lemon Party, also really good. I figured, you know, there's so many pills on the ground right now that we should probably, like, you know, go nuts on them. We don't have safety cap, we've gotten like 20 of them. And without a key, I gotta be honest, we've done every room. I'm a little bit lost here. There's no way we can get a pill that gives us a key unless we have bombs. So, we could telepills into a library, or we could get a good item from the boss. Question marks is not that bad. Tears Down is horrible. Okay, well, let's go fight the boss and see what we can get out of this. I don't even know if you can get a key from a fire. Certainly you can get spirit arts. Certainly you can get money. I just don't know if you can get a key. So this is actually a surprisingly tough fight here, especially with the Tears downgrade. It's in our best interest to make sure Monstro stays up as high as he can be, or as low as he can be, because the room is so narrow. If we want to actually be able to dodge him at any point, we have to be able to get by. And the only way to really ensure that that's possible is to keep him way up high or down low. Keep him wherever you will go, you know? I don't know these things. Is that's not the cult. That's like collective soul? No, I don't know. It's okay. Alright. We did kill Monstro. The fact that an easy boss was this much trouble is actually terrifying. Range up is something, and I guess we're just gone, man. We got 1.5 spirit hearts, but, and a range upgrade, but at the cost of a Tears downgrade. Pretty bad floor, actually, all things considered. And the soul, it does give us a little bit more leeway, not just with the spirit hearts, but also with the ability to block bullets. Certain enemies and certain bosses are going to be mostly neutralized against us. Okay. Are going to be mostly neutralized against us right now, but, you know, I am in the market for a deal with the devil if possible, especially some, like, DPS upgrade that doesn't care as much about our tier stat, like a mom's knife or a brimstone or something like that. Would be really nice to get right now, because our tier stat is abysmal. In all likelihood, we probably won't be able to just solve all of our problems with one item, but there are items out there that can do it. But for now, we're in tight here. Are you telling me if I get the right item? I don't know why I became Lawrence Fishburne right off the bat there. Are you telling me if I get the right item, I don't need a tier stat? No. I'm telling you, if you get Mom's knife, nothing else matters. It's an easy win. It makes people turn off the video right away. Okay, we probably do want to check that. And, you know, traditionally you might be... oh, God, they all split up. Oh, we made it. Traditionally, you might be thinking it's the best idea to open those after the deal with the devil, because if you're going to fight two bosses, you want to see if you know, get a worthwhile deal with the devil before fighting them, because it's going to make your life easier. But I think it might be better to do those prior to the boss fight, because we can get extra spirit hearts that make it plausible to take an extra deal with the devil. Because red chests are valuable there. But we definitely want to hit up our item room ASAP, and that's enough money to maybe get a spirit heart or maybe a card on the shop. The body, it's basically the soul without the teleporting or the tier bending effects, so it's not bad. Having all of these spirit heart upgrades in the early game is very valuable, unless I throw them away for deals with the devil that are not worth very much, or just, you know, poor damage. But certainly DPS is like a much more urgent concern right now. Well, we'll go back for that. Be a great time to get a key, maybe instead of or in addition to a battery from this champion. Lord knows I would love another opportunity to, you know, use poop on this room. It's such an extremely valuable item. Just kidding. That, well, it wouldn't minimize our chances, that's for sure. But still, ooh, amnesia. Could be worse, could be worse. Okay, how are we going to handle this? Well, I think that we should open the mob trap room chest first. We got 2 pills. We got Lemon Party, which is awesome. I think I want to use Lemon Party on this room. My reasoning... oh my god, the pills. My reasoning for that is that we could fairly conceivably fight a boss that flies. You know, Little Horn, for example, Haunt. All bosses that fly in would be very annoying. I think we got good value out of that card here. Range down. More question marks. I can see forever. Well, I can see forever is good. I'm just trying to check for the secret rooms here, because they could, you know, they could be extremely valuable. We don't need to use our bombs for secret rooms, which means conceivably we could use them for the boss fight here, and I probably would like to be honest with you. Okay, so there's secret room number 1. This should be the first secret room. And we got a golden chest, and we got a stone chest. We will open the stone chest, but we are kind of in min-max territory, even this early on. And we got a bomb out of it, so what a hilarious option for us. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Lucky Rock. Great item. Great trinket, I should say. Got a bunch of keys and bombs out of this room as well. And an Empress card. Okay, I think we should try to get lucky here. We're so far behind schedule for boss rush this early that it's almost funny, but start with this. So this is going to give us more than 15 cents. Just barely, but still. Then we'll buy this one. We get car battery. Not very good with the poop, but, you know, not a colossal disaster. 4 cents per bomb is not really a great deal, but we can use the Empress card on boss fight anyway to kind of minimize the concern there, you know? We can use 1 bomb on our donation machine, maybe, and then... do we have a... we got Curse of the Maze, maybe, because of the question marks. Do we have a dude? No, we don't. We can still blow him up, though. I was thinking, like, maybe he had nickels in his eyes or something. Okay. Oh, I bought the pill by accident! I was gonna buy the other item. Somebody play the seed. Let me know what that was. I mean, the pill's not bad. We'll probably use the Empress card anyway, so... it's just Larry Jr. Which means that, weirdly enough, because Larry Jr. is so hard countered by Lemon Party, we were right to use Lemon Party on the boss trap room, because the boss trap room was actually harder than our boss fight was. So, I stand by that decision. Without a doubt. This deal with the devil is extremely important. First we get the Halo, pretty solid. And then we get a Krampus fight. And it's a bit of a bummer, but no matter what item you get from Krampus here, we're going to be happy to have it. Obviously, you know, Lump of Coal is nice because it's passive, but Krampus's head is better than the poop, and we have car batteries, so it'll really wreck a lot of enemies. It actually might be more meaningful to get Krampus's head. So we get Lump of Coal. Alright. Ooh, and we get to 13 cents. Probably should have shot that other stuff in there. We're 9 minutes, 2 floors in. That's like a really bad sign. But again, lump of coal's good. So I'm not absurdly bummed out. I guess we'll take a quick peek and see if maybe there's a small chance we can get to... Nope. Okay. I can see forever. We don't need the battery charge. We don't really need a spirit heart at this point. We just need more damage. We're just living La Vida Loca right now. Pop I can see forever. 2 more keys. Now we got no bombs. We got keys, we got no bombs. We got bombs, we got no keys. It's not a bad run, but I think, you know, it's one of the runs that deceptively, like, looks a lot better than it is right now. And really, it's like the Vancouver Canucks season. It's like, sure, they got 4 wins, but they look terrible doing it, and then they lost 7 in a row. They could conceivably be at, like, 1 win right now. If we had not picked up items like, you know, the soul and the body to give us a 5 or 6 spirit heart boost this early on in the game, we'd be looking a lot worse for wear right now. So, I'm glad that they've given us kind of like a little bit more leeway, you know? It's like we got a full ride scholarship to the School of Blue Baby University here. However, we're going to need to eventually, you know, capitalize on that scholarship. You know, if we don't keep our GPA up, the scholarship's going to get revoked, and then, you know, Dad's going to be real mad. So, let's try to get that handled ASAP here. Probably, almost certainly go to the Cursed Room. Wow, it was extremely good financially, but apart from that, a little weak. More pills. That is the actual question mark pill. This one just hurts us. No big deal. We only got hurt for 1 full heart, though, because we didn't get hit on the way out as a result of the invincibility from being hit by the pills. So, you know, if there is any silver lining, at least we capitalized on the fact that we took damage in there and didn't take more damage as a result. But the pill rotation sucks, dude. Lemon Party's awesome, don't get me wrong. Just remember, red pill is real question mark. And that's relevant, real deal, Holyfield. So now all you hookers and hoes know how I feel. And I always trip up over the next lyric, but it's good enough to something, 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 something. Take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. Eden's Blessing. It is, people sometimes forget, not just helpful for our next run, but also, or potentially like extremely deleterious for our next run, but it also gives us a 0.7 tiers upgrade, which is up there. You know, as far as DPS goes, if you treat DPS as like a linear relationship, 1-to-1 proportional relationship between damage and rate of fire, a 0.7 tiers up is akin to a 0.7 damage upgrade, which is like fairly close to Small Rock, which is very meaningful. Okay. I was gonna say, like, there can't be that many more bad pills in the game. We've seen all there is to see. We should throw the poop down, but, you know, I'm not aggressively invested in the results of our poop experimentation. Our, you know, fecomancy, if you will. Taking way more damage than I should on this floor, though. We know this one. One makes you small. Okay. Into the item room. We got Eden's Blessing. Have not been to the shop yet. I guess I just missed it over there. We're starting to get in pretty tough here, to be honest with you. Remember, we don't have deal with the devil guarantees here. We might be able to swing some deals with the angel instead. And I'd be totally fine with that. But in order to make that happen... No, we definitely can't get that. We're gonna still need to have bombs, and we're gonna need to be strong enough to kill angel statues without feeling like we're at a high risk of death. So, kind of skirting the line on that one right now. Restock can be extraordinarily important. We definitely do not want Super Magnet. I don't want to make all of my cards into pills. So I think we might just accept that this is where this is going to end for now. And we'll take more advantage of restock on a future floor. Get an Algiz rune. One thing you could do is use that Algiz rune to get this golden chest back here. There are probably some timelines in which that's the right decision. You know, if it gives you something amazing, Guppy's Head, Fate, things like that. But I have to think that by and large, that's probably a low percentage play. And I'm the guy who likes to make the low percentage plays. But not in this situation. It's just, it's too tough right now. We're at 13 minutes. We're supposed to be on the depths 1 to be, you know, on pace. Instead, oh, it's an XL floor. So we got two item rooms. This one gave us scapular, which might be useless as Blue Baby. I'm notorious for not really fully understanding the intricacies of the scapular item. Okay, thank you to the soul for probably keeping me alive there. We should do some more exploration then. Just to see if there's any other special rooms over here. Plus, yeah, I can see forever. I can see forever. So if there's any secret rooms in here, reveal yourself to my spectacles. Okay, that's terrible. As was the result there, but with high enough shot speed from enemies, the soul will not save us. So we have to be somewhat prudent. Well worth it now. So we got unlimited bombs. Since boss rush is already extremely implausible, I think we should take our golden bombs and try to get that golden chest out of here. Thought maybe we could squeeze some of the money or whatever was in there over the gap, but apparently not. We won't be able to get that black heart, but with enough properly placed bombs, might be able to get this thing out. It's worth a try, I'd say. Takes as long as it takes, dude. We got a single penny. But it did have a luck upgrade attached. Okay, all's forgiven then. I think with unlimited bombs, we should also take advantage. I mean, keep in mind, we're not going to have unlimited bombs on the next floor in all likelihood. So let's crack into that and see if it's worth anything. It, like, certainly was not. Isaac's soul is still corrupt. No, it's Isaac's head. As far as trinkets go, not as useful as, you know, effectively being able to get to 99 cents on this floor. So that's the other thing that people are probably screaming about right now, is if we can just find rocks to blow up, we can get to 99 cents, which with restock is disgustingly powerful. This is not, like, typically my ideal way to play an Isaac run, is to, you know, be incredibly min-maxy, worry about the future. It's weird, in real life I have anxiety about stuff like that. In the game, I guess it's an escape, so I choose to, you know, take this as my time off from that. Lemon Party versus Alges. I mean, I'd rather have Alges. I'd rather use Lemon Party, but we don't really have an option to do that. So in-game, oh, this is a good value right here. In-game, I tend to fly by the seat of my pants a little bit more, and it's worked for me. I've built an identity in doing that, but we're not going to be able to do it on this run. We have to be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more polymorphic. That's okay, too. You know? Just trying to get whatever value we can out of these. The moon card. We've already seen our secret room, so I'm not overly invested in that. I mean, we could buy a bunch of cards. We could buy a bunch of pills. I don't think that's a sensible play, necessarily. I'd rather save our money for future restock plays. Alright, I think we're almost ready to do boss fights. We'll just blow up whatever rocks we can find on the way back. We're not going to get to 99 cents, but we took advantage of the fact that we had small rock. And I'm pretty hyped for unlimited bombs against these bosses. The Stain, hard to hit with the bomb, honestly. Oh, does he still get hit with bombs when he's underground? Like, it's a minor thing, but at this point in my Isaac career, I've only got minor things left to learn, dude. So, you know, there's never going to be, at least until the next expansion, there's never going to be a revelation like, oh my god, Brimstone's so good, you know, that, like, changes our life. Instead, this is what we got to live with. Dark one. Okay, this boss, easier to hit. Pretty annoying as well. So, a good intersection here. Would have been a great floor to fight Krampus if we hadn't already done so, because, again, unlimited bombs. It's high value, but unfortunately, we're also very low percentage chance of getting a deal with the devil, but maybe angels? Oh, this is good. Okay, speed upgrade sucks. We don't need it. We already had the halo, but it insulates us from speed downgrades in the future. And Holy Grail here on the angel fight is really, really nice. So now we can fly. We have unlimited bombs. We've already had 2 spirit hearts get paid out here, and then I got hit once, but use our unlimited bombs to put a damper on the Angels, you know, run of things here. Oh, I just walked right into it. Rookie mistake. And we won't get another item, but we'll get another key piece. This might be the longest, like, slowest Mega Satan run we could ever hope to have. So, of course, 2 more bombs. That's alright. We already got, like, 2 Spirit Hearts out of this, so I feel like I'd be greedy asking for more. 18 minutes on the, womb, not the womb one, sorry, the depths one. It's not that bad. It's not very good, admittedly. It's slow, but it's not train wreck slow yet, but a train wreck run oftentimes sort of sneaks up on you. I think that between the ability to fly and the Halo lump of coal, and maybe Eden's Blessing, honestly, as well, we actually have a better than usual situation here. The pills are ridiculous. I'm not that salty about it, because, like, Lemon Party pills have been good for us, but it's actually a little silly how many chests have paid out with pills. Especially red chests. Like, it makes me think that we've got some kind of weird-ass, you know, behind-the-scenes synergy here that I've never seen before. Like, maybe I rolled safety cap on, like, an invisible Eden's Blessing or something. I found pills. Okay, so, remember the red pill is the, question marks. So I'm taking any question mark pill that is not red. There's a couple of different red pills, but I'm not gonna worry about being 100% optimal in that fashion. Just protect ourselves as best as we can. Peeper's Eye. Bad choice. But, can be salvaged with a BFF pickup. Whoop, whoop. I gotta say, there's been some pretty good play on this run as well. I went on, and you might think that I'm an egomaniac, it's quite the opposite, but I went on a long run of playing pretty badly, and some of those runs ended up giving us... Ooh, Sin Robes is so good. Some of those runs ended up giving us Sin Robes, it's so good. But some of those runs ended up giving us wins, and a couple of those runs ended up giving us losses, so... I'm kind of like just trying to find opportunities to give credit where credit is due. I think we have played pretty well on this run. Especially considering that we were, if not criminally underpowered, at least a little behind the curve on the damage side of things. Until pretty recently on this run. In fact, even Sin Robes plus Eden's Blessing doesn't really take us to ridiculously powerful excess, but it's certainly a breath of fresh air after what we've been dealing with. I mean, we're still dealing with... car battery petrified poop as our principal, like, utility consumable generator right now. Which is a term that I just posed, or a term that I just coined, I should say, to make myself appear smarter than I actually am. 69 cents. We don't need to pick up any money again for the remainder of the game. That was a bad dodge. That's what I get for talking myself up there. Should have, instead of focusing on that, should have just not drawn attention to it. So we've been to the item room. It was pretty bad. We've been to the shop. It was just greed. So we're really relying on maybe another deal with the Angel to provide value on this floor. Either way, though, we did get Sin Robes at least. I'd say the Guppy Dream is just that at this point. This is good, though. No, it's not. A stone chest gives us 4 cents. Well, I'll tell you what, at least it didn't give us 2 fucking pills. There's a play there with Algiz, by the way. And I know that you see it, but you're gonna go, you got Algiz, you got Temperance card, you can get a bunch of money, maybe get a blood bag that comes with a speed upgrade. I'll admit, I think that's a line. I think that's a playable line. But I don't think it's the line I am most interested in. I'd rather use an Algiz rune as like an insulator. If we ever find ourselves being super low on HP, we can pop it. If we don't find ourselves super low on HP, we can still use it to maybe, you know, make an angel fight easier or something like that, to save us a spirit heart. And the odds of getting a blood bag are not amazing. They're not bad necessarily, but they're not amazing. So I'm not acting, or I'm not gonna let you act like we're giving up for sure 1 spirit heart and 30 cents by doing this. But I'll admit, it's a playable line. I'll also admit, hold the line. Love isn't always on time. Oh, oh, oh. In the meantime, though, we're just very slowly gonna trudge along here. I kind of feel like I am not really incentivized to use that same damage exactly the same way, except I was on the other side of the screen this time. I don't really feel incentivized, to be honest with you, to use... oh, this is great that he goes into the fire. I don't really feel incentivized to use poop anymore. I don't see why... Well, it's free money, but I don't see why I would be concerned about it. Why would I needlessly slow ourselves down, especially, you know, 10 cents away or 12 cents away from max amount of money here. Now, if we get the right spot over a rock, we should technically be unhittable, but I'd rather just juke him. Keep your fingers warm. Keep that APM up, you know, hashtag esports. 3 Spirit Hearts. It's a bad haul here, to be honest with you. I'm going to use the Algiz rune just to make this, you know, as fast and as easy as possible, especially now that we have an orbital. That's fine. Okay, so now we have the Mega Satan line. We're approximately 7 minutes behind schedule for the normal split for Boss Rush, which, at this point, you know, 7 seconds is the same as 7 minutes when it comes to actually doing Boss Rush. The only thing that worries me is that usually the slower you are, the slower you get over the course of a run as well. Gotta try this. Okay, there's a Troll Bomb. Give me, like, a bomb synergy at least. Like, I can't believe... Luck Up's great, but I can't believe how many awful, awful rolls we've had on so many golden chests and stone chests and red chests. Like, red chest, bad pills. Red chest, bad pills. It's happened over and over and over. Then here, 4 golden chests, we didn't really get much of value. In my opinion, at least. We're going to be done with the... you know, the boss fights in here. And I think largely the end result of that is we find ourselves being maybe like 10 cents richer than we used to be. Not really a noteworthy result from that room. Eventually, that luck has got to break. You know, it's just the law of large numbers. We know the odds, roughly, of something good happening when we get a red chest. The more red chests we get, the more likely those odds are to manifest, you know, in a larger sample size. However, there is the chance to just get, like, historically unlucky. But I think there's a good chance to get historically unlucky and win regardless, so... This run is winnable, although it would be a test to do so. Temperance is more useful than the question mark card with our present series of items. But if we can get a better, you know, combination of items, then I'm all for it here. Should still pick up pennies, because those pennies could give us... Ooh, okay, that's not really that good. They could still give us luck upgrades. Or we could save them and pick them up, you know, after we go to our shop and buy a bunch of stuff. And I think that's really, like, the most obvious line... if you'll pardon my use of, like, you know, CCG mechanic phrases here, but it's the most obvious line for us to improve ourselves. A line is just like a strategy or a series of actions that you would take in a game that, you know, you would evaluate as a way to either improve or diminish your chances to win. So I think that going to the shop and being able to buy, you know, 7 items, or even more depending on how bombs look at that point, is something that could have a huge shift. And what are we really looking for? Like, what's our criteria? I would love to get a very useful spacebar item. So that's, like, chief amongst them. I don't know if we can get any value out of car battery, like, car battery combined with jar of flies or something like that. But jar of flies by itself is good enough relative to the poop that we would take it and not even worry about how it affects car battery. Okay, Pisces is fine. I don't like knockback. Knockback tends to be bad, in my opinion. But, maybe that's just my style of play. Empress. I think Lemon Party's still better. I'd also, you know, Nun's Habit, anything that can make our spacebar item even better. And then BFF would be amazing as well. Okay, I think PhD is good. And then we can probably justify getting more pills. Hive Mind is great. Portable Slot is not really, so we'll go Coin Purse and not quite Mom Transformation yet. Perks, those are actual question marks. I can see forever. I can see forever is good. So we'll take Treasure Map. Bottle of Pills actually has a much better play now. First off, we're Mom, but we also get 2 pills every time we use this. Right, I just took the question mark ones like an idiot. And then we get Diplopia, and even though I always misuse it, we should probably take Diplopia with us. Yeah, I like this. We can use Diplopia for some good purposes in the future. Hopefully. We can use it on the chest. I always misuse it, but even, you know, first off, this gives us a chance to redeem ourselves, and even if we don't, I think it's probably better at this point than just carrying a bunch of pills down with us, even with PhD. So, was that a big swing? I think it theoretically could be a pretty big swing, yeah. What does it matter? I guess we'll take it. The mom transformation is probably meaningless, but considering that we're about to have permanent Polaroid invincibility, that might be a little bit needlessly dismissive. Plus, I'm so stoked to have this orbital now. It's easy to forget, you know, you think that, you know, oh, an orbital, it's good, but it's not that good. Even if it only helps you during the mom fight is like a major filter for getting into the remainder of the game. It's easy to forget because, you know, we're all seasoned veterans of Isaac at this point, but it's like, bar none, the hardest boss fight you have up to this point, unless you get like the world's shittiest roll and fight double cage, double like champion cage or something. This damage I don't even want to talk about. I'm embarrassed. Don't ever speak to me or my son ever again. 3 more spirit hearts. I'm not going to fight an angel statue for sport, but we'll head down to the next floor. As long as we don't get a curse, we should be able to know roughly where we're going, and we do. Pop, I can see forever. All right. Boss fight is very clearly up in the top right here. And we'll keep picking up pennies. On the off chance that we get to the Hush fight in the next 70 seconds, that should be good. It's a weird run. I'm not like mad at this run. I'm just kind of like, I have like impotent rage right now. I have rage that can't get an erection. And the reason for that is just that we've been like very slightly behind the curve the whole time. And we haven't, you know, even with all of our myriad advantages, we haven't really changed that. We're still just like a little bit weaker than an average run would be. Not close enough to be like, if we win, we're going to get credit for it. But certainly close enough that if we lose, people will be like, you just had to play like a little bit better than you usually do and you would have had it. So I worry that this run is surprisingly high stakes, I should say. I guess theoretically our boss fight could be on the right there, but I doubt that very much. What do I want to see now? Well, I don't mind more angel statues, or angel rooms at least, but that's really good. Angel rooms have to give us something more valuable. Like, 3 spirit hearts is not a good value for us from those. Oh, it's actually in the... It's in the same area that I thought it was in, but I thought it would be on the other side. Either way. Like, that's why I still think angel statues need a nerf, or need a buff, or angel rooms need a buff. Because you give up something very valuable to go to the angel rooms in the first place, and then you get penalized for it because they're worse than devil rooms most of the time. We have a reroll room. A reroll room. What if we reroll the chests? They didn't have items in them, so they shouldn't create... No. There's clever plays there, but those plays are clever but not good. We can always go back if we don't like what we get from the Fallen. It'll reroll our devil item into something that's not a devil item, but it'll still be worth it if the devil item is like Sister Maggie or, you know, My Shadow. Something along those lines. Fairly clutch dodge there, and we're good, presumably. Oh my god, how did I misjudge that? Yeah, Brother Bobby's just like not quite good enough to be excited about. So let's go augment that somewhat. Necronomicon, also really bad. So, tell you what, we're gonna head down to the next floor. Would have been better off with Brother Bobby. Didn't get anything of value out of this floor except Balls of Steel Pill. But at least it was fast thanks to the map. Looking like bottom right for our boss fight. Now, wasting 2 keys there was obviously a mistake. We don't have Guppy's tail. What's up with all the golden chests? I gotta know. We got enough time to get more keys, that is, but I would like, you know, maybe to pick them up as soon as possible. Or alternatively, you know, when I open a golden chest, you could give me like a key in it, or you can give me something of value that's worth more than a key. You know, that tends to be how commerce works, you know, gains from trade, stuff like that. You know, we gain an economic benefit from specializing in one area. For example, I could specialize in keys, and you could specialize in providing me with guppy items. And then, you know, you're not so good at making keys for yourself, I can't make guppy items for myself, and then we come together and we get a reward as a result of that. We definitely should take those pills. We have PhD. But as of right now, the story of this run is very sort of pedestrian. But the story is that we've opened probably like 50 chests. You know, maybe like 30 chests. And they've largely been terrible. Or at least in aggregate, they're so terrible that it's remarkable. Hematemesis versus Balls of Steel. I think there's a chance for that to be viable, but we also missed out on the Hush fight. Let's be honest, there's no way the boss fight is up here, and our odds of becoming Guppy are very, very low, so I'm not even that invested in like a curse room right now. 9 bombs could allow us to get through rooms that we don't want to fight, but I don't mind fighting this room as long as we can, you know, play our heart right, play our cards right. I don't know. I was listening to International Players Anthem before this. That probably has colored my my diction. Keep your heart 3 stacks. Keep your heart. There's one lyric I don't understand in International Players Anthem by UGK featuring Big Boy and Andre 3000, but somehow not Outkast. And it's, you know, we got your back like chiropractic. So I get, obviously, a chiropractor, you know, deals with your back. If that bitch do you dirty, we'll wipe her ass out as in detergent. What is there a detergent called wipe? Or do people wipe their asses with detergent? Am I missing something? I sort of get it. It's like, you know, she's a stain and they're gonna clean her. But I don't, first off, you don't take detergent as a word to rhyme with. What rhymes with detergent? Urgent, I guess. But I feel like maybe I'm overthinking it. Like, if that bitch do you dirty, we'll wipe her ass out as in detergent. Then he says, now hurry, hurry, go onto the altar. I know you ain't a pimp, but pimp, remember what we taught you. I guess hurry has some similar sounding phonemes, but when did your shot speed become so ridiculous? Please, I'm begging you, now's the time for a deal with the devil. Oh, they've done it. And they gave me mom's knife. All's forgiven. Okay, we could have gotten those items for free, but let's duplicate items on the chest instead. This is awesome. Finally, we've managed to get what is going to bust this run wide open for us. So, grab that. Bombs are key. Actually, potentially good, but not necessary for us in the present moment. Now, finally, I can stop complaining. And you know what? My complaining was deserved, as far as I'm concerned. What is complaining good for, if not unfair, circumstances? Our circumstances were, like, mathematically unfair. We were getting hosed by probability, which is my favorite Chuck Tingle novel. Fucked in the butt by probability. On the other hand, I can't really complain at this point, because we've gone from, you know, underpowered to overpowered with a single item. Especially on a run where I was like, well, we probably won't get a single item that'll solve all of our problems. And then we did. Fuck this room. We will just leave. Now, if you could die quickly, that would be good. There's, like, a 1% chance we lose this run at this point. And what does that 1% chance boil down to? Horrible play, maybe combined with... Oh, I forgot we have the Mega Satan out as well, but... horrible play combined with, like... Curse of the Blind, a series of terrible items on the chest. You know, like Curse of the Blind, Soy Milk, Isaac's Heart, Curse of the Tower... Bomber Boy. Like, if we get that combination, life's gonna be hard. We could still probably eke out a win if we had to, and I would like to. 7 HP going into the Mega Satan fight should be enough. Okay, so we open everything first. Spelunker's Hat, pretty much useless. Lazarus Rags might be useful, I don't know. These are actually bad items. If they're bad, I guess we pick them up. So we'll take that. We'll take E. coli could be good for us here. We don't need 2 Lazarus Rags. At least they're all passive. So now we can Diplopia. And we get Iron Bar, 10 extra bombs, which I think we should just take. Rubber Cement should do nothing. And then we also get Ouija Board. I'm going to be a little, maybe surprising here. And I'm going to explore a little bit. We have some luck ups. I don't think we're going to lose, but I just want more value. We have some luck ups, and we have Contract from Below. So my thinking, of course, is like, you know, if we play our cards right... Oh my god. We should be able to get 2 chests on some of these rooms. I'll settle for Magic Mush. I'll settle for Great Pills. Hematemesis on a second secret room. Could be good. Bombs are key. Liberty Cap doesn't do much for us right now. Bombs are key again. Wow. Okay. I think if we take one more hit, we're going to want to move on to that Mega Satan fight. This one is surprisingly malleable still at this late stage of its lifespan. Just, you know, make your life easier. Hit the things that'll hit you before they hit you. You're really just not going to give me... Oh, this is a bad room. Cage, my nemesis! You think John Travolta ever says that when they meet at Screen Actors Guild parties? I'm not convinced that John Travolta knows that Face Off was a movie. I think he might think that he's still Nicolas Cage living with John Travolta's face. In hindsight, never would have chosen to do this room if I knew what was inside of it. He's coming for me. Another great Chuck Tingle book. Alright, well, I think it's time to shit or get off the pot. I'm going to do one more room. And good. I would love to get Mr. Mega here. Any sort of bomb synergy. We're going to have a lot of bombs for the Mega Satan fight. We got Mr. Mega. I'm going to consider that a pretty nice get. Let's move along. I'm disappointed, I have to admit, in what we've gotten here. But in the end, a 38-minute long Mega Satan run is not outside of the bounds of normalcy. Stay still. We should get the win here, and this will be like win 12. A surprisingly dangerous win at that. If we kill Mega Satan's Blue Famine last, I really thought we were going to get a Spirit Heart for our troubles there. Pretty lucky. It is like the most effective way to kill that enemy without putting ourselves in harm's way. Thank God for Mom's knife, though, dude. Okay. Phase 2. This, for my money, this is when we get to the most difficult mini-bosses. Because there's approximately 18 quadrillion of them. And the Soul plus Confusion, Iron Bar, Concussive Tears, I guess, makes it impossible for them to be hit. But, okay. Let's play our cards right here. Because if I place a bomb at the origin point, when these other mini-bosses spawn, get a little bit of a head start. Not much, but a little bit can count here. If we could take no damage through to the second phase of the Mega Satan fight, I'd feel pretty great about our chances. As of right now, I still... Oh, that's bad. I still feel good, but it could get better. Okay, one hit this far in is not that bad, especially considering we do have an emergency, you know, Lazarus Rag play. We've already killed our angel statues once before, and honestly, in much more difficult circumstances for myself here, so... I think it's probably high time to stop acting like this run is going to be a loss when we have at least a couple of advantages that are too strong to ignore. Alright. First phase is done. We've been hit once. Confidence is at an all-time lukewarm high. The soul will protect us mildly as we come in here. Red pill is question mark pill. All this learned wisdom now gone down the drain for our next run. Won't be relevant at all. Okay, good run. I mean, we had to play reasonably well to get through the mid-game doldrums there. Once we got Mom's knife, it was set in stone. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New Isaac episodes every single day, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.